We're going to be going with another really quick daily do, as I've been pretty busy the last couple days. And the word that we're going to be changing today is whom. And we're not doing anything too crazy. We're taking out an M. We're going right back to who for whenever you're supposed to use whom, because I've never really understood the difference of when you should use whom and when you should use who. I don't think it was ever explicitly laid out to me, and I don't have interest in learning. I would rather everything be who and not having this small little subsection of times where you should pull out a whom, which is just more difficult and more awkward to try to force into these scenarios. So everything's just who now. Whom does not exist whatsoever. Everything's just who. I think this will just make things simpler and better for everyone. And then there's just less little things that people can pick at for grammar to make you technically incorrect when everyone knows what you're talking about and what you're trying to say. So, whom, bye. We're done with ya. Only who. You're welcome, people of the world, yet again. Now, let's move on to our comment of the day. Comment of the day comes from Gavin. He went with a little bit of a stretch on this one, but it actually makes a lot of sense to me. He said, OMG, I was here for this video. Shout out Wippy. I was sorta NASCAR'd up for this whole day also. Lol, this makes no sense. And having been around Gavin, like all of yesterday, I think that the NASCAR acronym in its usage does kind of make sense. I mean, it's not supposed to really pertain to anything other than the actual, sport. But I would say the meanings that I attached to that certainly make sense for Gavin's actual existence yesterday. Noisy? Absolutely. That's pretty typical for you. Anticlimactic? Yeah, probably. You were really trying to get a lot of shots going and stuff, and things just kind of fell flat. Mostly because you were, the next word, snoozing, because you definitely had a lot of snoozing going on. And then the final three of country ass races, not as applicable, but the first three, absolutely. So a little bit of a stretch, but I mean, it actually really works out, I think. And that's kind of cool. So actually getting that to work out pretty well is pretty impressive. Since NASCAR is an acronym, you should have capitalized everything, but I'm not going to hit you too hard for that one. Still going to get a great score. We're going to give you a 69 out of 74. Well done, well done. Now for the song of the day. Song of the day is Deep End by Fouché, I think is how you pronounce her name. I'm not super familiar with this artist. I only have a couple songs by her, but this one's pretty good. Probably have heard it around TikTok and stuff. I think I've actually only seen this in one TikTok in my life, but I'm like, oh, this song sounds pretty cool. And I went, listened to it. I'm like, all right, this is in the rotation. This thing's pretty sweet. And that was probably a couple months back, actually. But I really enjoy this song. Then for video of the day, I chose the Patrick Beverley interview on JJ Redick's podcast. I am a huge Pat Bev fan. Love what he's doing with the Timberwolves. Think he has an awesome basketball mentality. And I'm absolutely all about Pat Bev. So I figured I would spotlight this interview. Plus, I think JJ Redick is a great podcaster and basketball personality who, of course, actually had an amazing career as well. So he's got the rep. And this is the second JJ Redick video I've featured just because I think the dude does a great job. That's going to do it for the Daily Do. Peace out.